Hi everyone, and welcome to week 3 of Great Writers of English Literature. We have some extra noise in the background today, and you can see that I'm in a different place because today we are going to be talking about how place and time actually matter a little bit after all. Last week we read poems by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, by Percy Shelley, and by John Keats. That lesson invited all of us to throw away the boundaries of time and space and to remember how we're all connected together by our common human experience. But maybe I wasn't being completely straightforward, because it turns out the poets we read last week all belong to the same time period, the English Romantic period. And they were all influenced by common experiences of place, time, and culture. So for this week's lesson, I want to get back into more firmly rooted territory, to think about place and about time, and to offer an overview of how we got to the English Romantic period.
This is a short overview of British literature, going chronologically, so I start at the beginning with the Anglo-Saxon epic Beowulf, written sometime between 800 and 1000, so that's in the Middle Ages, written in Old English, the Anglo-Saxon language. Oh, and by the way, it's about kind of Viking warrior fighting monsters, so it's a very great epic from that era. While the Canterbury Tales is a collection of short stories by Geoffrey Chaucer from the later Middle Ages, written in Middle English. While William Shakespeare is the famous playwright who wrote his plays and poems called sonnets at the end of the 1500s and the beginning of the 1600s, including the plays Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth and King Lear, and many more very famous plays. John Milton is a major poet from the 1600s. He wrote an epic poem called Paradise Lost. An epic poem means that it's almost like a novel. It's a long story, but written so that it rhymes. And this one was about Lucifer, the devil, and the first Genesis story, that he as a fallen angel, which isn't actually in the Bible, but a lot of people think it is, probably because of Paradise Lost. Daniel Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe as a fake traveler's tale. It was tricked out to seem like it was, in fact, a real or true story when it was not. And it is a very popular novel from as far back as 1719. Another old one is Jonathan Swift's Gulliver Travels, which was a parody of Traveler's Tales, and really an early effort to write fantasy.